Hello everyone, welcome to class 4 of CM1. I'm Pratap from Smears Education Solutions. In this class, we'll practice some problems. I've already discussed the formulas in the first three classes. Before proceeding further, I will take 2 to 3 more classes so that you will get ample opportunity to practice a lot of problems. However, those who didn't go through the first three classes, I would like them to follow the link in the description, go and watch those and come here, you will be able to follow. This is the first question of today's class. It says calculate the time in days for 3600 to accumulate to 4000 at a simple rate of interest of 6% per annum. What you need to do is to check the question and write the corresponding formula. It's very easy. The second one is compound rate of interest of 6% per annum convertible quarterly. The third one says compound rate of interest of 6% per annum convertible monthly. These are the three questions. So the initial amount we need to write and the final amount we need to write. Then we have to apply whatever formula we have. Because when you solve this, we'll have to use the first formula. The first formula is this one. If at time 0, you invest A, your accumulated value will be 1 plus Ni into the original amount. Very simple formula. Using this simple formula, we'll be able to find the answer. A is given here, A into Ni also given here. The rate of interest is given here. We need to find N. We are not finding the accumulated value. We are finding N here. So let's write everything one by one. A is given here 3600. And 1 plus N is what you need to find. This is the accumulated value. This is the accumulated value. This value is given 4000. So this one is equal to 4000. Let me write here. You need to solve this equation. N is what you need to find. Interest rate is given 6%. So you have to take 3600 to the right hand side. You divide 3600 and then solve the equation. You will get 0.06 n equal to 4000 divided by 3600 minus 1. Then divide this by 0.06. If you have a calculator, you can use this one. And you have to check the solution. You will get 675.9. In days, I am saying. Because we used years, in days, let me write. This is the answer, 675.9 in days. So you will get answer actually 365 multiplied by 1.8518. This n is in days. Okay, I can write m this one, or maybe let me erase this one. In days I can write, so that there will be no confusion. Then this is the answer. In days I multiplied by 365, that's all. In days. And if you use a calculator, you'll be able to get the answer 675.9. This is 675.9. Easy. Now let's go to part B here. Part B says compound rate of interest of 6% per annum convertible quarterly. So in part 2, you have to write the formula using convertible quarterly. Okay. So this is 0. This is in here. If you deposit A, if you use compound interest rate, you will get 1 plus I power n, where I is the effective interest rate you can find. From here you can find n, but it will be power now. So compound rate of interest 6% per annum, convertible quarterly. I4 is given 0.06. So I4 you know A, and you know the accumulated value. Because I4 is given, you have two options. Let me write the question first. The equation for the question, 1 plus I power n, that is equal to 4000, the same to this one. The only difference is here we have power. So 3600, that also will write here. 3600, 1 plus I power n, that is equal to 4000. Now you need to solve this equation to find n now. So you have two options. From I4, you apply the formula and find I. The formula is 1 plus I4 divided by 4 power 4, that is equal to I plus 1. You solve it, find I, put here. But that might take a lot of time. Alternatively, you can directly put this formula here. 1 plus I4 divided by 4 power 4 and power n. Then this one will be 1 plus I4 power 4 4n, that will be equal to 4000 divided by 3000. Now that I4 is given 0.06, you can put here 1.06 divided by 4. You can use a calculator. 3600. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to solve this directly because power is there. We have to take log both the sides. You can write log or ln because base is e here. 1 plus 0.06 divided by 4 power 4n, that will be equal to divided by 3600. Then from this one you will get 4n. This will be ln 4000 divided by 3000, and then further divided by, if you divide by this, and then this 1 by 4 also you take this side, you will get n here. Use a calculator and check what is the value of n. N you will get in years, 1.7690 410 9. Up to this you can take 7 to 8 decimal places initially. Then in days you have to write this in years. So that is equal to this into multiply, and you check what is the answer. That many number of days you will get in days. 645.7 you should get in days. That is part 2. In part 3, compound rate of interest of 6% per annum convertible monthly. This is similar. You can do it and you can check the answer. Answer will be 642.5 days. Then the fourth one, explain why the amount takes longest to accumulate in part 1A, because it's gaining simple interest rate. In simple interest rate, this is your coefficient rather than the power. Simple interest rate grows at a slower rate as compared to compound interest rate. That is the reason, simple reason. Now let's go to the next problem. Here it says a 90-day government bill is purchased for 96 at time of issue and is sold after 45 days to another investor for 97. Okay, let me draw a number line here. Ninety-day government bill purchased at 96. This is the purchase price. And at the time of issue, sold after 45 days. Sold after 45 days. That means he purchased for the 90 days government bill. To redeem, you need to wait for 90 days, but due to some reason, he sold it after 45 days at 97.90. So these are two different people, okay? This guy purchased and sold here to the other guy. Suppose this guy is A sold it to B. Now B will get the redemption one. The second investor holds the bill till maturity and receives 100. Normally, when we talk about government bills, suppose this is a government bill, they issue a discount. They issue a discount means they will say you pay something less than 100. Here the price is 96. So they discounted for and you purchase it. You pay only 96 to purchase this bill, whose value is 100. Suppose 100 is written here. This is the government bill. You purchase at 96, and after 1 year when you go, you will get 100. You will get the final amount 100. Okay. So you get 496. I'm not saying 4%. You will get 4 extra. That means you pay 96 now, take 100 after 1 year. That is how government bills work. So if you check here, this is the time 45 days for the second investor, and this is the time period 45 days for the first investor. You need to decide who earned more interest. Okay. So for the first investor, the purchase price is 96, and this is for 45 days. So n is a fraction here. The formula is 1 plus ni. Very importantly, remember, whenever we talk about government bills, it's invariably simple interest rate applied. So if you deposit A, you are supposed to get A into 1 plus I, ni after n years. There is still a discount, so we can write the opposite way also. A present value 1 minus A into 1 minus ND, but D is not given here. We will not worry about that now. So 96 plus 45, this is N here, 45 divided by 90. In years we are writing, right? 45 days means, sorry, 45 divided by 365. In terms of years, we always write. So you make it 45 divided by 365, and this divided by 365. So 45 divided by 365, 365, and then suppose the interest rate earned is I1 here, and the interest rate earned is I2 here. That is equal to 97.90. This is the first equation. And the second equation is 97.90 into 1 plus another 45 days, 45 to 90. So 45 divided by 365, number of years now in terms of years, into I2 is equal to 100. You solve this equation, find I1, solve this equation, find I2. I'm not doing it now. You check it. Okay. If I1 is greater than I2, then you say this, the first investor got more return. If I2 is greater than I1, then you say second investor got more return. It depends on your answer. However, seeing the question, it appears the second investor should have got highest rate of return, because in same 45 days, 97.92 plus something here 1 point something, 1.90, that is the gain. And the same period here the gain is 2.10. So obviously I2 will be greater than I1. You can check it. Okay. So the first problem is over, the second is also over, and the next one, number 3, it says for a rate of interest of 7% per annum, convertible monthly, that means I12 is given. Calculate the equivalent rate of interest per annum convertible half yearly. So now if I write the solution, I have to write what is given and what you need to find. What is given here and what you need to find. 7% per annum convertible monthly. That means I12 is given. Calculate the equivalent rate of interest per annum convertible half yearly to find convertible half yearly I2. So from this one we have to find this one. This is the question for you. Remember, I has a direct link with IP. I and I2 they are connected. I and I4 they are connected. I and I12 they are connected. But there is no direct connection between I2 and I12. All are connected to I through this formula. 1 plus IP divided by P power P is equal to 1 plus I. So here I12 is given this one, and you need to find I2. From I12 you need to find I2. So one way is through I. From I12 you find I using this formula. From I you find I2 again using this formula. But we can do directly also. Let's write both the formulas, then we'll try to find it. So the first formula is 1 plus I12 divided by 12 power 12, that is equal to 1 plus I. And the second one is 1 plus I2 power 2 is equal to 1 plus I. By virtue of the equations 1 and 2, we can directly equate. What will happen is you put I12 here, find I here, then put I here, find I2 here. It takes a lot of time. It's not that this will be a single problem. In the exam, you might need to find these things many times in one problem, one big problem. So it's a waste of time and there is a chance of error propagation. So this is equal to this is equal to this. So these two are equal. Why not directly connect these two? Even in some other books, they've direct formula 1 plus IP by P power P is 1 plus IM by M power M, that way. But anyway, we'll stick to our own 2 here. Then put I12.07 and find I2. That's all. 1 plus 0.07 divided by 12. You write power here. Then you can take 2 also this side. 1 plus I2 by 2. This power 2 you bring this side. Then subtract 1. Then multiply by 2. You will finally get I2. So this is the first problem. And after finding I2, if you want, you can check the answer. You will get 7.103%. Let me write here so that you'll be able to check with the answer. You will get 0.07103, that is 7.103%. Now let's go to part 2. Part 1 is over. The equivalent rate of discount per annum convertible monthly. This is important. Now, the difference is here D12, the equivalent rate of discount per annum convertible monthly. D12. D12 is what you need to find. Now you have to write both the formulas. If you go through my earlier classes, these are the 3 formulas you need to remember initially. And sorry, it's IP open P. Though we'll use 12 here. And this is the second formula. You just remember the formula and do it. If you want to know more, you need to solve a lot of problems, or you need to go through my earlier videos. So now we need to connect IP and DP through I and D. Remember another thing, V is 1 upon 1 plus I and V is 1 minus D. These are the three formulas. V is 1 upon 1 plus I, let me write. So through these three formulas, we'll try to connect IP with DP. The ultimate task is to connect IP and DP. So we'll start writing D12 because D12 is what you need. So I will use this formula, the second one. Okay. Let me keep D12 in the left hand side. 1 minus D12 divided by 12 power 12 is 1 minus D. So we came to D level now. However, even we don't need D. From D you have to go to I through this equation. So that is 1 upon 1 plus I. You can find also. You solve this equation, find D, solve this equation, find I, then put here from I you find I12. But there you will end up finding all. So you don't need to do more tasks. D and I are not required at all. So in 1 plus I will write this formula. 1 plus IP by P power P. 1 plus IP. P is 12 here because this is what given. If I4 is given, you write I4 by 4. I12 by 12 power 12. Again there is a minus 1 power. So finally you will end up with this one. 1 plus I12 divided by 12 power minus 12. What you need to do is I12 you put here and get the answer here. Okay. So put the value here and get the answer here. What we'll do is we'll not write the middle terms. We'll write only 1 minus D12 power 12. We'll write here. Even if you see, you can cancel also 12 power because they are the same. Then you put the value of I12 and finally get D12. That's what you need. So this is here 0.07 you put, solve both the sides and check that you get the answer D12. Check this one. Yeah, this much for today's class. Though these are not difficult, these are very easy. However, initially when students start, they feel a lot of problem, and these are very important to develop annuities which are useful in all the subsequent chapters. So if you're able to follow, please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel to keep up with our latest content. Thank you.